to our family and friends in a way that does not trivialize it and is meaningful when they are not meditation practitioners. Yeah, sometimes the best way is actually just don't talk about it at all. And when they ask you, what do you do? Oh, it's just secret. Because then they really get interested. So no, come on, tell me. He said, oh, you wouldn't understand. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. And I said, no, it's just too profound. No, I really want to. And then when you get them interested, then you can sell them the product. Marketing again. I'm very good at marketing. Well, this has happened many, many times. This is mostly in Perth here, but also I go to Malaysia and Singapore, and this is a piece of advice I give, because they say they come to the temple, they listen to me on YouTube, or they listen to the other monks and nuns, and they go to the retreats, and they get so much benefit out of it. And they really want to share it with their loved ones. So I remember this first time, I think it was a Malaysian Chinese girl living in Perth, said, look, I've got an Australian husband, and I'm sure he would benefit from this so much. But he refuses, to come. It's just religious nonsense. They're just always asking you for donations. That's all these religions are about. And he was really, really down on all types of religions, like many people are today. And there's a good reason for that. So she asked me, this is not just like that in your temple. How can I get him to go? And I said, very easy. So, buy one of my books. The Opening the Door of Your Heart book. That's very easy. Take it home, and when you see your husband, say, keep your hands off this is mine. It works every time. So she tried that. A couple of days later, she was out shopping, he was home, hanging around the house. Keep your hands off this is mine. What is this? And he started reading it, and the two bad bricks was the first story, and then the next story. He read the whole book in one sitting, and he comes every week now. That's how it works. Look, husbands, that's what they're like. If you've got your own secret business as a woman, he needs to find out. He has to find out. He can't stop himself. So if you go home and you also tell your husband and say, no, this is secret, this is, that will just really drive him crazy until he finds out. Same thing with if you're a husband, you tell your wife. As lay practitioners, how we best represent Buddhism to others? And the only way to represent it is by your smile, by your patience, by your actions and speech. But if you go and say profound words, that it's all empty. That's really going to impress the people in your office, isn't it? There's this old sort of story about this. Here I go again. I'm going to take all this time telling my stories. This is a very famous story about this monk in Japan, a Mahayana monk. And he was wandering on alms round. He was really having bad luck, was really hungry. And so, somebody told him, he said, look, there's a really good restaurant in that next town. And the owner of that restaurant, she's a very, very good Buddhist. She's very learned, very respectful. So if you go there, I'm sure that she'll give you something to eat. So he took his bowl, he went into this restaurant, and he asked to see the owner, the manager. And she came up, oh, monk! Welcome, welcome, monk! And said, I want to make sure you're a proper monk, so if you teach me some Dhamma, in brief, I will give you a meal. So the monk taught the first lines of the Lotus Sutra. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Sadhu, 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 she said. Please sit down. And so he thought, wow. No, she really understands the Dhamma, this very profound teaching. So he sat down, he started salivating. He was going to, because this is a really good restaurant, he was going to get a meal from the owner. And, it's this wonderful food, and he could smell it, he could see all the other great dishes other people were eating. So when she came with this big platter, this huge platter, he thought, wow, yeah, I could eat that. But like in this restaurant, it had a cover over it. And so she presented it herself to the monk. And he took the cover off. There was nothing there. And the lady said, "Monk, if form is emptiness and emptiness is form, eat emptiness." Now, if you're a monk, that really hurts. But what that story was, the old Zen story, it was just showing that, please, don't be up yourself with your wisdom. Just as you practice, that's how you impress people. In other words, when you are in a difficulty, see how peaceful you can be. When you are driving through the traffic, can you let somebody in front of you? And actually, going to Nolamara last night, because I wasn't here for the question, the driver, very proud of him, was driving along in very busy traffic. Somebody wanted to turn right, he stopped so they could drive right in front of him. Brilliant, well done. Now that's a good meditator. So that's how you impress people, by just your speech and by your actions in your home. And that has brought more people to Buddhism than anything else. They look at you, they see you. We have one of our past presidents, it's Rachel Green, for those of you who know her, that she came to our Armadale group just because she had anxiety disorder, panic attacks. And when she saw the monks, not just me, other monks who went to teach there, she noticed these people were happy. And she thought, no, they just, when they go up there, they're smiling, but I bet, in their monastery, they're just like everybody else, bitching about this and complaining about that. So she decided to follow us around, come to the monastery, and for the main purpose of actually seeing whether this happiness was real, or whether we're just presenting this as like an actor on the stage. And when she found out this was real, these are happy monks and nuns, that's when she got faith. She said, I'm going to be a Buddhist now, because whatever those monks are on, I want some of it for myself. And that's why she became Buddhist. So it's what you do, how you speak, that's more important. My father has another woman